guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video, transfer news video, because we will talk about the Goal website's report that Sadio Mane is open to leaving Liverpool in the summer should he receive an offer from Barcelona or Real Madrid, because there has been still no official contract offer from Liverpool, no official offer from Liverpool came in about Sadio Mane's new contract, which indicates that Liverpool might be open to selling one of their front three players. I think Salah, his contract is negotiated. Firmino is also still no talks about his contract. So Firmino or Mane, one of them could leave in the summer. Let me know what you think about that. And also we will hear about Jurgen Klopp, who discusses Liverpool's approach in the transfer market a little bit later in this video, and also how Harvey Elliott felt when he came back from his 4-month-long injury. So lots of brand new information for you Liverpool fans in this video. So if you enjoy these, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. So of course Sadio Mane is already back in training, he's back in contention for Burnley. He scored a brilliant goal. Watch the Liverpool Inside Training video, because Harvey Elliott's scooped pass when he was lying on the ground is magnificent. Sadio Mane's first touch with the back of his heel and then the finish into the top corner. There were some brilliant goals during Liverpool training this week, and Mane is now celebrating winning the Africa Cup of Nations, of course, but he is nearing his final year of his contract. And now that Liverpool signed Luis Diaz, many Liverpool fans were wondering, does that mean the end of Sadio Mane is coming at Liverpool? I really hope not. I think we need 5 brilliant attackers, but sooner or later Liverpool might have to think about moving on. Maybe one of the front three. I don't think we should keep both like Salah, Mane and Firmino well into their 30s, all of them. I think Salah and Firmino could play at Liverpool for the coming years. Mane as well, but maybe Liverpool's finances indicate that cashing in on Mane when his contract is up in 2023 would be good business if we could get 40, 50, 60 million pounds for Mane. And according to the reports, Mane is now beginning to think about his future, because it is a childhood dream of Mane to represent one of the La Liga giants, and he has informed his agent that he wants to have the chance to make that dream a reality before he retires. And if he really wants to sign for Real Madrid or Barcelona, who can begrudge Mane that move? Even though Real Madrid and Barcelona are not at the height that they once were, but Mane has won everything at Liverpool. There is the one to win except the League Cup and the FA Cup, but we could win that this season. So Mane could leave Liverpool with the full set of trophies, the Premier League, Champions League, Club World Cup and the European Super Cup already in the bag for Mane. And if we win the League Cup or the FA Cup this season, then he completed the full set of trophies at Liverpool, and he will leave Liverpool a Liverpool legend, no matter when or how he leaves, in my opinion. Mane, of course, is a Liverpool legend, there is no question about that. And now that Luis Diaz, who is 5 years younger than Mane, let's remember that, 25, maybe Liverpool are starting to look to build the next superstar Liverpool team, especially up front. We already have Jota, who probably will be Liverpool's main striker for the next 5 years. Luis Diaz could be Liverpool's main left winger for the next 5 years. And I really hope that we keep Mohamed Salah, because he can still play at the very high level for the next 3, 4, 5 years. But that's my take, that's my opinion. If Mane really wants to leave and he really wants to sign for Real Madrid or Barcelona, I think he has done more than enough at Liverpool to earn that move, to earn that right. And also Liverpool could get good money from the Spanish giants. Not Barcelona in particular, because they are still in a financial mess, but Real Madrid could easily pay 50 million for Sadio Mane, in my opinion. And it's certainly not impossible to see all three of Mane, Firmino and Salah to sign a new contract, but it's a little bit unlikely at the moment, because, as I said, there is still no talks with Mane and Firmino on a new contract. So that indicates that Liverpool are maybe thinking of moving them on, selling them in the summer. Mane would expect a significant increase in his base salary if he was to sign a new contract with Liverpool. He has expressed no unhappiness. publicly or privately at his current situation, and all avenues remain open. So Mane staying at Liverpool, that's still open. Mane leaving in the summer is still open. Mane leaving on a free transfer, I think that would be the worst case scenario for Liverpool. To lose a player of Mane's caliber to a free transfer would be absolutely devastating to Liverpool's finances. And of course, Real Madrid and Barcelona are forever hunting for huge talents, the best talents available. And Mane, who has done pretty much an amazing job in the Premier League, would be a very attractive transfer target for both Barcelona and Real Madrid. And the Spanish version of the Go website has learned that Mane would be willing to sign for Real Madrid or Barcelona if an attractive offer came in for him. I still think that Jurgen Klopp rates Mane very highly, he loves him, so at the moment I think if it was up to Jurgen Klopp we wouldn't sell Mane. But I don't think it's entirely up to him. I think it's up to the Liverpool hierarchy as well. Let me know what you think about that. And Neil Jones, the Liverpool correspondent for Goal, said this: with all the understandable talk of Mo Salah and his contract renewal, the case of Sadio Mane has flown under the radar. And Senegal's AFCON win should bring a fresh layer of perspective. Mane remains one of the world's greatest players, a forward of substance and style with a medal collection to match. For club and country, he continues to deliver. Liverpool would be wise to keep him, whether they renew his contract or not. Mane still has so much to offer. In the next 18 months, he's in Liverpool's best 11, no question, and one of the Premier League's most devastating and most decisive players. Of course, the signing of Luis Diaz adds intrigue. It looks on the surface a classic FSG move, bringing in the new guy before the old one has left the building, and Diaz at 25 represents the future, and he should have a fine career at Anfield. Mane will be 30 years old in April, and for a player whose game is built around explosive speed and remarkable physicality, that may well be a significant landmark. His form has been patchier than someone like Salah's form over the last 18 months or so. You can see the doubts, but what is it that Liverpool have lacked more than anything in recent years? Depth, strengthened depth in attack, the ability to switch top players, for top players, to freshen things up without worrying that points will be dropped and the replacements will not be able to step up. Having a front line of Salah, Mane, Diaz, Firmino and Jota, perhaps with Fulham's Fabio Carvalho thrown in the summer, would ensure they are a formidable prospect next season. Allowing Mane to leave, no matter what kind of transfer fee Liverpool might receive, would weaken Liverpool significantly. He would be very hard to replace. Just ask Jurgen Klopp. It remains to be seen whether Liverpool and Mane thresh out a contract extension. Logic suggests it is unlikely that he and Salah and Firmino will all renew their contracts. But stranger things have happened. Certainly Liverpool are a stronger prospect with those three than without. That's certain. Liverpool could also have a scenario of just letting Mane run down his contract, even though we would lose a significant amount of money on that deal. We would get one more year out of Sadio Mane, and at 31, 32 years old, when he leaves on a free transfer, he will certainly be on the decline. And yeah, if we extend his contract, the big question is, do you want to put Mane on an even higher salary than right now, and maybe seeing him in 2 or 3 years on that higher salary out of the Liverpool team? Because if Luis Diaz comes in and lights up the Premier League, I mean, he's already here and he's already performing brilliantly, who is to say that he will not force Mane out of the starting 11? And then you will have a big player on a big contract basically sitting on the bench, and that's what Liverpool want to avoid, that at all costs. And that's just my feeling, my opinion. Let me know what is yours in the comments below. And also, let's talk about Jurgen Klopp, who discussed the Liverpool's approach in the transfer market. He said, "We have smart people in the right positions. There is no key to a successful transfer policy." I'm pretty sure other teams do have that as well. First and foremost, I love the fact, and I'm pretty sure it will be a success with Luis Diaz, but we should not judge him after 1 game or 2 games, so we should not praise the recruitment. I know what you mean. So the boys we brought in, there were no bargains. It's not that Alisson was not really expensive. Okay, I think today everybody would say, yes, that was at least the price I would have paid for him if I would have known how good he is. Similar to Virgil van Dijk, then we brought in Fabinho, Naby Keita, Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, so many players. It's no secret But the situation in this club here is that our transfers have to hit the ground running, because we cannot make 40, 50 million pound signings and in the end we think if he's not playing it's not so important or whatever. It can always happen for injury reasons and stuff like this, but it should not happen very often, because it's not that, as we say in Germany, we are swimming in money. It's a wealthy club with no problems, but the policy here is clear. We spend what we earn. If we earn more, we can spend more. If we earn less, we can spend less. It means that not that we can do nothing, but for us it's very important that we have to do absolutely the right thing, and we have to think about once about it, twice about it, 3 times, maybe the 4th time. And if you think the 5th time about it, then the player might go to another club, but we cannot change that. That's what we did so far. The club had incredible free transfers with James Milner, Joao Matip, and we brought real talents in with Robertson and the other guys. And Trent Alexander-Arnold came through the academy, Curtis Jones as well. Actually, I think transfers are a very emotional business for the outside world. The fans think about it a lot with their heart, and we just have to think about it. Cut off the heart, just think about it. What makes sense? What do you need now? What do you need tomorrow? That's the transfer business. It's not easy. For us, it's pretty easy to ignore the public pressure, to be honest. Around these dates in January, in the summer transfer window, it's always like, if you don't sign somebody, you don't work. We see it slightly differently, but I don't see that any different to other teams. It's always the same. Obviously with Michael Edwards and his team, and now Julian Ward and his team, we have brilliant people here who make really good proposals, and we as coaches, we make good proposals as well. And in the end, so far, we found more often than not the right solution for this team. And it's about timing as well. Jurgen Klopp said, I'm 100% sure Diogo Jota would have had other offers from top clubs if we waited 1 more year. And maybe in the year that we wanted Diogo Jota, it was not the case. Similar with Mo Salah. If Mo would have played another season at Roma in a similar manner, probably would have improved there as well. There would have been other clubs in. So it's about timing. It's about what you need in that moment. We were lucky when we were looking for a winger the first time that we found Sadio Mane at Southampton. It was not difficult to find him because he was there, he plays against us, scored goals against us. For all the players it's the same. The most important thing that a signing and a transfer works is that the team they join is in a good place. That helps massively. So it's a settled team. The new player doesn't have to come in and change the world from the first day. That helps massively. If you have to, as a new player, with all the new things you face every day, if you have to be the one who makes the difference next Saturday against whoever, that makes life really difficult. Since I'm here, that was never the case. The team was always already good before the new player arrived, and he could settle in, some quicker, some needed a bit more time. But we didn't have to put any kind of pressure on the new player because they had time. I think the best example is maybe Fabinho. When he came here, it was for him really tricky to adapt to the way we play, the system we play with one defensive midfielder instead of a double defensive midfielders, all these kind of things. So he had to adapt to it. We tried to help him, but it was not that we could do that overnight. If a player with the value of 40, 50, 60 million, and they all have quality, the same quality, but you can't create a situation for them. The situation has to be there. When they arrive, then they need to join in an ideal world, a settled team, and then they can help them make the next step and become even better. What a brilliant insight into the thinking of Liverpool and what kind of transfer strategy they have followed. We knew most of it, but to hear it from Jurgen Klopp, I think is very refreshing and absolutely brilliant. And Harvey Elliott came back after 5 months of hard work, and what a return it was. He scored, and it was a brilliant game from Harvey Elliott. And he said it's a dream come true to come back from a horrible injury like that in a quick time and to come here and score in front of the fans. I'm just buzzing. It hasn't really sunk in yet, but I'm sure it will later. It all happened so quick, to be honest. I didn't really think about it. I swiveled, had a shot, and it went in, and I was off celebrating. It all happened so quick. I saw a little replay of the goal, and I'm proud of it. It's hard to describe the feeling of finally being on the pitch, to be honest. Obviously, injury came, and I knew it would be a lengthy time out. To be out here, play at Anfield, my boyhood club, it's a dream come true, to be honest. Come out and most importantly, get the win. and to play with the players again and put the shirt on and just go through everything that I've missed in the past 5 months. Stepping out onto the pitch, when I ran out, came on as a sub, it did bring a little tear to my eye. It was a moment I will remember, a moment that I can learn from in the future and look back on it and think, if I can go through it at such a young age, I can go through anything. I'm just happy to be back now. The injury is in the past and I'm moving on to the next game. The boys, the Liverpool players, they are like a family. Ever since I did it, they are always there for me, sending me messages every 5 or 10 minutes, each and every one of them, just to see how I was. Whenever I'd seen someone in the building, they would always stop me, ask me if there's anything I wanted to speak about. I'm just really blessed to have such a wonderful team around me and my teammates, as well as the best facilities, the best people around me in terms of physios and stuff. Big shout out to Joe Lewis, who took me under his wing and obviously got me back to where I am today. And most importantly, I want to keep playing for the fans and keep putting the badge on, giving my best shot. Obviously, it's still going to take time to get back into the team. You can see there's world-class players coming back in terms of Thiago. There's players like Curtis Jones, Henderson, Naby Keita. There's always competition throughout the team. So to get in it, it's not easy. That's my aim at the end of the day. I'm here to play for Liverpool. I will do what it takes to play for Liverpool, play for the fans, represent the badge as well as I can, and just be ready if I'm needed. My focus is there, my targets are there. It's just down to me to take them and make sure I get into the team. What a brilliant interview by Harvey Elliott. So I'm really looking forward to the Burnley-Liverpool game tomorrow, but until then I'm uploading a FIFA 22 Liverpool Career Mode episode as well. So thanks for watching, have a nice day, see you guys, goodbye.